Hi, I'm Klaus, and this is Possibly Random. Today we're going to be going over how to make, well, portals. This is going to be the absolute basics of how it works, so if you're looking for more advanced stuff, I'll have that uploaded a little bit later on. But for now, let's begin. This is David. David doesn't really like people in his pin, so whenever we just hop in and get a little too close, he's going to send us back to this thing we have right here, just on top of a beacon. This only happens with David. Whenever we get over here with his friend Frank, we get up all close, nothing happens. Only whenever we go to interact with David. So how does this work? We have this set up to where only a named creature that is named David will teleport us to that point. You can do this with either a name tag, or you can just name the spawn egg directly with an anvil, and it will come out as David. So let's see how this all works out in a command block by itself. We have a little bit of a long code here, but it's nothing too complicated. Let's go through this step by step and put it together. So if you don't have a command block, first thing that you're going to do is, in chat, type /give @p, @p just means yourself, COMM, hit tab, you get a command block. You put it down and this is the thing that you get. As you can tell, it's a little bit different from that one. What we're going to do is change where it says impulse right here over to repeat, and needs redstone to always active. That changes it to be the same as that one. For the command itself, we're going to put in /execute. Execute just means that you're running a command as something else. So this is as, E for entity, bracket. This bracket just means what kind of parameters the entity has. So in this case it is name equals David. And if we wanted it to just be the cow David, we just put a comma, and that means that we're putting in another parameter for this. And the type is going to be equal to cow. And as we in the bracket, it's all nice and blue. That means that what we put in there makes sense to the command block. So we're going to have this at. This just means where the command is going to run from. By default, it comes from the block itself, even if you execute it as another entity. So this is going to be @s for currently selected target, meaning David the cow. Then we're going to type in run. Everything after this is what we are having David do. So he is going to also use execute as @entity bracket name equals exclamation point. Exclamation point means that it's any creature that doesn't fit in the parameter for this. So exclamation point David means that it's any creature that does not have the name David, comma, distance equals ;1. That just means that it's any creature that's within one block of David. We're going to close off the bracket, and as it's blue, that means that it's happy. We are going to run TP 050. This is the coordinates that we picked out for the little pad that we have with the beacon on it. This can be any coordinates that you would like, but this is just what we picked for this particular instance. So we're going to hit done instead of cancel. That'll make sure that we save it. And we're going to destroy this command block, so that way we can make sure that it's the new code that works instead of the old one. So, David, don't mind if we hop in with you. And there we are. Ended up back on the whoop pad. This should work out with as many creatures as you would want that are named David, as long as they're cows with what we put in. And that's the basics of how to make a teleporting entity, teleport pad. This is the absolute basics of it, and if you'd like to see more, then I'll be uploading intermediate and advanced ones later on. As this particular one is useful for if you want to have a zone for players to be able to warp back to. They could just name something a particular thing and walk into it and end up back in the set point. While this is fine for a lot of people, it doesn't have the elegance of what more advanced ones might have to offer. But if this one works for you, feel free to use it. I hope that I've worked through the code enough with you to where you're able to pick it apart and change it on your own as you would want. Be sure to say goodbye to David, as he was rather lovely in helping out today. Weren't you, David? You didn't give me any issues at all off camera. Right. Right. Till next time. Bye.